So you can see here what it looks like on the screen with a bunch of yachts going single file through a shallow river. We are actually exiting the Kinabatangan River, and we went through a spot that was as shallow as probably 3.5 meters. A couple of the boats draw 2.7, 2.8 meters, so it's a pretty tight bump for them, but they made it through okay. And we are almost out of the Kinabatangan River and back into the Sulu Sea, heading on our quite frankly what will be probably the most challenging of the parts of the trip from a security perspective, because we're going through the hot zone here shortly. So we've got good, well, say good, we've got escorts, and we'll leave it at that, but we will be in a big pack. So that's it for now. We have a little bit of a challenge this morning as we're heading out the river. We've got one boat that is having some sort of mechanical problems, and he's still back at the anchorage about an hour upstream with another boat helping him. So what that means is we're not really sure, but we are in the hot zone for the pirates. So we're trying to figure out with the ESCOM military group how to handle the one crippled boat. May need to be towed, they might be able to fix it, but we're going to hang here in this little area up the river before we go on back into the Sulu Sea to see if this guy hopefully can get his issue fixed. So we hope that's the case, but for now the entire fleet is going to hang here in this river basin waiting for the word upstream if he's able to fix his problems. So one of those things, you don't want to leave anybody behind, especially in a terrorist area, so or pirate area / terrorist area. So we are going to be told what to do here in a bit. That's it.
Thanks, John. All right, if there's nothing else, we'll move on to Mickey D and the joke of the day. Come now.
Hello, this is Mickey D with the joke of the day, and here it is. What did the pirate say on its 80th birthday? I'm matey. Keep laughing. I'm standing by. I said the wrong birthday. Birthday.
As we exit this little river between these two islands and head out into the Sulu Sea, we are escorted by our trusty police boats.
Just a call away. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid. I'll keep you safe all night and day. I'll be where you wanna be. Yes, I'll be where you wanna be. I'll be your rock, I'll be your man. Just like from where it all began. You're more than everything. You're more than everything to me. Make me a promise, tell me you love me, and that you'll never shut me out.
While we are sailing, we get lucky and land a nice wahoo. It is our first fish in a while, and we're excited to get him on board and cleaned. We have to be careful landing a fish like this, as they have very sharp teeth. Other sailors we know have had to administer stitches to themselves after getting slashed by their catch.
Still down when the sun's up, when you really had enough, when you really had enough.
After landing the fish, we also realize our other line, 80-pound test, snapped on another hit. We've lost a total of 3 lures in the past couple days. Fishing here sure is expensive.
When you're still down when the sun's up.
We finally arrive at our new anchorage in Lahad Datu. We'll be here for several days, participating in the closing ceremonies for the rally and getting loads of laundry done ashore.
You've always got a friend who was there when it all began, and who'll be with you when it is.
What are we doing, honey?
I'm waiting for you to be helpful. You're looking at your camera and I'm running around getting laundry gathered and everything else, so
How do we do laundry? What's so special about laundry?
You got worms? Because you don't do any laundry.
How do you do laundry?
I do laundry in one of two ways. First of all, if we are not near a town, then I use this handy dandy Splendid washing machine.
Yep.
It has wash and dry, but we usually just use the wash and put the clothes on the line in the fresh air to dry. And it dries pretty quick in the hot sun. Two, my second way to do laundry is to go to the handy dandy laundromat. I usually take a taxi, sometimes I have to walk, carrying big bags of stinky, sweaty laundry, and I pile them all into the big machines and get it all done within like an hour and a half. It's a beautiful thing.
Today is my lucky day. I get to learn how to do laundry on field trip. And Sarah has invited me along into town.
To carry the bags.
To carry the bags, to be the Sherpa. And
yeah, so here's the bags. They're totally cheap, chintzy bags we get at little Chinese shops. They have a zipper, however, and they are plasticized. So
waterproof.
They are waterproof in the dinghy, which is very important when you're traveling with clean laundry. How horrible would it be to have it all clean, come back in the dinghy, and have a big wash of salt water? So
not that horrible if you're not the one doing it, but horrible if you're the one doing it.
The kids drop us off on the dock, and then they head off to another boat for some math lessons, while I teach Mark his lesson for the day, how to do laundry.
So we are not only in search of a laundry to get laundry done, we're trying to find a place to put our rubbish.
Story of our lives.
Story of our life, but we were at this major police station here, Maritime Police. We've got fast boats everywhere. Some of these boats do 45 knots, and they're really nice to let us use their dock and come in here. And now we're trying to find how to get out of here and find the laundromat and find rubbish. This is one of the ESCOM command posts. We just found a place to put the trash at the police station. They had a couple trash bins outside, so we said, Sarah, just put a couple in each bin. I'll run away and hide. So she's taking care of the rubbish, and there she is. Very, very sneaky. She put one bag in each black trash can, trying to be so cool. Good job, honey. All right, step number one, rubbish is taken care of. Now, laundry.
First, we have to ask the local police at the gate where to find the closest laundromat. They're very helpful, and we soon are in the grab car and off to see the laundry sites of Lahad Datu.
Terima kasih. Ooh, is this self-service? Hello. Hello. How are you? Simply put your laundry in and it gets clean. Just hold the camera, yeah, do all that. It's a pretty nice setup though. Works pretty well. It costs $1.50 for a 11 kg load. So 4 ringgit is $1, 6 is $1.50, so it's pretty good. Change machine, and that's how that works. All the cruisers show up.
There are only a couple of laundromats in town, and soon more and more sailors start to show up to get their laundry done as well. It turns out this was the place to be. Sightseeing? Only after we get our laundry done.
I'm just proving to our family that you do fold.
Only if there's nothing else to do.
There's the pile. There you go. You're doing good, honey. Looking good.
Kicking him out on the trampoline. So it turns out we weren't the only ones that needed to do laundry here in Lahad Datu, and it was quite a crowd. We're glad that we got there first because we are the first ones out. And laundry is done and folded, ticked and tied, checked off. But it was fun to do it with all the other sailors. We kind of invaded this poor laundromat. So now we are going to go check out the grocery store. And you know, it's all the important tourist attractions that we see when we travel. As we cruise, we have to see the laundromats, the grocery stores, the gas stations. Those are usually our first stops. And if we get to see any touristy stuff, that's just an added bonus. So we'll see what we find here in Lahad Datu. But for now, laundry's done and we're moving on. So we have found a grocery store here in Lahad Datu. It's got a huge produce section. It's got a very loud, repetitious recording in the butcher area. I don't know what they're saying. Something about chicken legs, I'm sure, on sale. I don't know, but I did find some tofu, firm, that we can use for our stir fry. And it's really loud in here, so you probably can't hear anything I'm saying. But we're gonna keep looking around to see what we can find. After a quick tour of the store, we wrap up the shopping with a couple of ice cream treats and head back to the boat. Some local guests will come aboard later in the day and ride with us to the anchorage of the rally's closing ceremonies. The local tourism department and government have planned an elaborate VIP banquet for all of the rally participants. This enables us to enjoy even more of the traditional dancing and music. The Sabah people are so welcoming, in fact, we can't help but jump up to join in. Each skipper is announced, and they walk on stage to receive a burgee commemorating the event. This is all very formal, and we are honored to be participating.
Please welcome Mark Silverstein from the United States of America.
Michael finds himself as the star of the show, as he's asked to pose for endless selfies with dignitaries and other special guests.
And now there are about 30 or so VIPs, dignitaries, police, Navy, ESCOM, reporters, whatever, that are going with us to this area about 15 or so miles from the anchorage to do a big barbecue bonfire tonight. And so we are one of the boats that will have 4 quote-unquote VIPs on board. So the police boat is somewhere heading our direction, and we'll be dropping off the VIPs momentarily for the 3 to 4 hour sail, or actually at this point motor, over to the anchorage. So that's what we're waiting for. It should be a lot of fun to show people from the small town what it's like to live on a boat. We're looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. They're on their way.
In the morning, the police boat comes alongside and offloads 5 people for the short trip to the island around the corner. It's always fun to have new guests aboard, showing them the boat, teaching them how to sail, and getting to know each other a bit. One of the great things about having guests aboard is learning about them, their families, and their lifestyle. We spend hours talking about everything from the environment, sailing, and the USA. It's a privilege to learn from them directly about their culture and their home.
Say hello. Michael, what are you doing up there? I didn't even see you. I was like, where did Michael go? He's riding cowboy. So we are in the middle of almost to our destination. We're about a half an hour out. We're going fairly slow with just the sail out, doing about 3.5, 4 knots. We've got 8 or 9 knots of wind. And just really enjoying our time with our new friends that we have on board, showing them field trip, how we live on board, and just what it's like to sail and to be on what is called in their language kapalayar. So it's been really fun. We got a big event tonight. You can see behind me, it is the main spot. All the boats are kind of jockeying for a place to anchor. We're in no hurry for that mad rush. We'll just take our time and wait for them to settle in so that we don't get into a re-anchoring situation because of people anchoring screwy or too short scoped or whatever. So we will take our time. We are almost here. You can see on the satellite imagery all the different reefs, right?
The guests are interested in how we navigate, so Mark gives them a brief overview of our navigation process, involving satellite imagery, marine charts, and visual observations.
It's like, boom, nothing. This is what it looks like when you see the satellite imagery of it. So it's important when you're on a boat, when you come into a new anchorage, you may not always have good light. Right now we have good light. We can see with our eyes, right? But sometimes it might be raining or squalling, we can't see. So we use the satellites to tell us what's good and what's not, and we create this outline and load it up to our chart plotter so that it looks like this. So we can say, anywhere in here is okay to anchor. This is all reef. I may not be able to see it because the sun may be away with squalls, but we can see. But wherever we go in the world, we use this program to be able to view where we want to go and where we want to anchor. Yeah. Internship, yes. Yeah. Yes. So you're an intern. Yeah. Learning. Accounting, right? Okay. Maybe someday you can go to work for Deloitte. That would be good, yes. Okay, but you all are government servants. Yes. And which areas of the government do you work?
For me, I'm from Sabah Forestry Department.
Okay, forestry.
Sabah Forestry.
Me from local council.
Okay.
Department.
Okay. So local Lahad Datu.
Yeah, in Lahad Datu.
Okay. All right.
We both from Lahad Datu District Office.
Okay.
And
yeah. Well, we've really enjoyed having everybody on board field trip.
Thank you very much.
We hoped you learned a little something about what it's like to live on a boat.
Maybe you didn't get too sick in the waves.
Yeah. But it's always fun for us on field trip to share kind of what it's like to live. This is kind of weird. People say, you live on a boat? You're weird, but I mean, it's different, right? Mm-hmm. And we enjoy it. It's a different experience.
We learn a lot from you.
Yeah. Oh,
good.
Good. We've learned a lot from you too. We've enjoyed your company. I've enjoyed talking to you and learning about your culture and your place.
There we go.
We made new friends on our trip, learned firsthand about the local culture and environment, and had a beautiful sail.
Thank you, everybody. Lahad Datu is good. All right, bye.